A prayer that cannot be denied when the heart speaks honestly. Sometimes we whisper prayers without hope. Sometimes we shout with desperation. Sometimes we pray quietly, with a heart so honest that even the world cannot hear its depth. It is not about perfection, not about elegance, not about impressing anyone. It is about truth, simplicity, and surrender. A prayer that cannot be denied is not measured by words. It is measured by the sincerity behind them. It is about a heart that trusts fully, that leaves everything in higher hands without doubt, without pretending. It is a silent force, invisible yet powerful. I remember someone I'll call Adam. He faced failure after failure in life, lost jobs, missed opportunities, plans that fell apart. He woke every morning tired, carrying invisible weight. And yet, every morning before the world stirred, he whispered a simple prayer. I leave it all to you with full trust. Nothing changed immediately. No miracles, no sudden shifts. But slowly, he noticed subtle signs. A new opportunity at work, a friend reaching out at the right moment, small moments that felt like guidance. He realized the prayer itself had changed him first. His heart became lighter, his mind calmer, his spirit more patient. This is the first lesson of a prayer that cannot be denied. It transforms you before it transforms your world. Now let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah's heart carried constant worry for her family's health. Her work was overwhelming, her future uncertain. Each night she prayed, but anxiety crept back every morning. One evening she was exhausted. She whispered, almost trembling, "I've done my part. I leave it all to you." And something shifted. Not because her situation changed instantly, but because her heart changed. The fear softened, the tension eased. She felt the invisible hand of trust guiding her through moments she could not control. Sometimes the real power of prayer is not in what happens outside, but in the peace it plants inside. It is the calm that grows when we stop forcing outcomes, stop trying to control everything, and simply trust. I want to share a second story about Adam later in his life. He had been planning a big move, a risky career change that terrified him. He spent weeks strategizing, worrying, and even doubting his path. Then he paused. He closed his eyes, and in silence, he prayed. I've done all I can. I trust you with the rest. He didn't check the news, the messages, or the outcomes. He waited. A week later, everything began falling into place. The right people reached out. Unexpected doors opened. The path became clearer. He realized the prayer hadn't forced the world to change. It had prepared him to receive the change. Prayer, when honest, transforms the heart first. It teaches patience. It teaches surrender. It teaches trust in the unseen. Even in moments of despair, when nothing seems to move, an honest prayer carries power. It carries hope. It carries light into shadows. It carries life into moments of stillness. Sometimes we pray without noticing the answers, and sometimes the answer is not what we expect. It is the peace we find while waiting. It is the courage we gain in silence. It is the trust that grows in our hearts when we leave everything in hands greater than our own. And here's the question for you, the one that will stay with you long after this episode. When was the last time you prayed completely honestly? Not to impress anyone, not to follow a routine, but from your deepest heart, trusting that nothing could be denied. Thank you for listening. This was A Prayer That Cannot Be Denied from the podcast Power and Stillness. If you found value in this episode, please like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss what's next.